Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On The Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna, this is my mom Gina.
He is the journalist.
She's the enthusiast.
Oh, I'm enthusiastic because I was right.
Did something happen last night?
Yes, something happened last night.
Was there something going on TV last night?
The Golden State Warriors
what was going on.
Sat down the king of Akron.
The actual championship of the NBA Finals came to an end, and the Dubs, as you just noted, sat down or dethroned the King LeBron James in Game 5 of the NBA Finals back in Oracle Arena in Oakland. It was a tight game.
It really was.
For most of the game,
I think it was like 129 to 120.
Yes,
but
it was.
At the end, it didn't feel that close.
It didn't.
But it ended up only being 9.
Steph was doing fist pumps really towards the end.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, all right, let's close it out finally.
You know, and I heard a real interesting little clip this morning. It was, they were talking to KD about, you know, he said, I looked up and there's only 58 seconds left. We have the ball and I'm dribbling. And he's like, I'm planning to dribble out. He said, Draymond goes, keep playing, keep playing. He looks over, Iguodala's like, keep playing, keep playing. It's like, in his mind, he's like, oh, we won.
Yeah.
The Warriors were like, keep playing until that buzzer sounds.
Yep, exactly.
And they were right, to be honest with you. Anything could happen.
Anything to happen as they went down to the Cavs last year, being up 3-1.
Yeah. And
you have LeBron James on the court or Kyrie Irving.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
A steal and a couple of quick threes or something.
And the momentum could switch just like that. And so, in his mind, you know, this was the last seconds, but in reality, it was like, no, go, attack, do more than just dribble it out. So,
what I love about that story is it shows you the mindset of those Warriors.
Right.
They were not about to give up till this thing was done.
Yes, they were going the whole way till the buzzer sounds. So the question is, so we figured that this was probably going to happen.
Right.
It was just whether or not Game 7 or Game 6 or whatever. It could have been Game 4, depending on, you know, how the Warriors were going to come out that game.
FYI, all the Bachelorette fans were mad that it wasn't a sweep because the Bachelorette got preempted on Monday on ABC.
Yes, exactly. Well, I just thought it was funny, and I guess I should say it was funny, but the Cavs fans were still claiming Game 7 as a win, and it was like, you know, I tweeted this out from our OTD Twitter page. It was like, you know, let's get through this game and see what happens after that. Right. And then if they do win, meaning the Cavs, then maybe we could talk about it. But I knew that this was, they were going to close this one out.
That wasn't happening.
So a big question that everyone is really talking about right now is, how is this as far as a rivalry goes? Is this a true rivalry, meaning like the Lakers and the Celtics in the 80s, kind of the Bulls and Pistons a little bit in the early 90s, etc. You know, is this a true rivalry, and will we continue to see this battle go on down the road in future seasons?
Well, and we asked this in full disclosure. I'm stealing your answer from pre-production. I think the rivalry between the teams, the Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, yes. But really, a rivalry to me is if you're facing the same people every time.
Sure, exactly.
You know, I mean, well, I guess maybe like, because, okay, let's say in high school, Blue Valley Northwest.
Yeah.
We have rivals.
Yes.
Blue Valley North is a rival. It's not the same kids every year, but the two schools do not get along.
Right, exactly.
So I guess in that sense, yes, these two organizations, I believe, are rivals.
Yes.
But as terms of, like, is it going to be the same two teams next year, personnel-wise, I think the answer to that's probably a no. So,
correct. Yeah, and
I don't know.
I feel like, yes, on paper you could always say it's a rivalry, but it's not a rivalry unless both teams are at the same place.
Right.
If they end up getting back in the championship again, both teams in the finals, 100%. But I feel like the roster will get blown up as far as the Cavs go. There will be some moves on the Warriors side as well, but I just don't see them keeping the same people. And in that case, it's going to be difficult to get back there. I'm not saying that the Warriors are going to just completely get back to the finals again either. It's hard to repeat.
It is.
And so, yes, they do have Kevin Durant, and they have a very locked down, legitimate team. But it's going to be hard.
Well, and let's be clear, the Warriors have a tougher road through that. They still, you know, San Antonio, who knows what they're going to, they're always going to, as long as they have Popovich, and as long as they have Kawhi Leonard, who knows how they build up around them. Like, I still think the Cavs, or excuse me, the Dubs will probably win, but they're the chances that they're going to sweep through the playoffs again
It's going to be
it's
rough.
slim. You know,
Exactly.
that
They
now
may
you're talking
get
about a
beat.
different
You
story.
never know. They just won. They won 2 out of 3.
Right.
They may win the first round, second round. Maybe they lose in the conference finals. And so
not going to happen. But you know, they might lose a game or two.
You never know. Like you said, the Spurs could come back. You never know what the Clippers could do.
Or the Rockets.
The Rockets,
who
exactly
shoot the lights out.
there. The Jazz are a young and up-and-coming team, and the Blazers are still a young and up-and-coming team. So there are some teams out there. You don't know what the Lakers could come up with. We'll see what the draft has to offer. The Pelicans with Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins. The West has a lot of teams with a lot of depth, and so you just don't know. And so as far as maybe a Christmas Day game goes, yeah, it's a rivalry. But as far as what a rivalry goes in the championship and that type of thing, I think that may be on hold until we see what happens moving forward.
Well, and you got to see the players. And you know what? I liked when there was a little chippiness. Friday night's game was an MMA match.
Yes.
I mean, it really was. It just was just out of control. But you had KD and LeBron in each other's face. Like, don't talk crazy. Who's talking crazy? They're doing that. We all saw the Draymond thing with LeBron, where LeBron put his junk on his head. And,
yeah, that was last year. Yes.
That was last year. But my point is, I like to see that. And then what happened? This sounds terrible. I felt a little let down because at the end of the game, then everybody's hugging and crying. Yeah. Hey man, whispering in your ear. I'm so happy for it. It's like, when I've had rivals, you've had rivals. When I beat you, I'm not shaking hands, or if I lose to you, it's like deuces. You know, I'm not in there trying to hug and kiss and congratulations.
Well, the last year of the Pistons run against Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Isaiah Thomas and those boys completely walked off the court without shaking hands, without saying, hey, I see you across the court. No, they just walked out with their tail between their legs. Now, I'm not saying that's what needed to happen last night, but that's a rivalry. There was some bad blood there.
Bad blood, exactly.
So it made it that much more exciting to watch because you knew how everyone felt about each other.
When you don't like your rival, that's a rivalry. When it's just that same two teams that happen to be there, and we have ultimate respect, and it's like when the Cavs were playing the Bulls this year, and LeBron and D Wade were out there, you know, giving each other back massages. You know, it was like, okay, I want to see teams that don't like each other, you know, and battle it out.
This finals is so awesome because you knew that this was the rubber match. This is the third round of these two teams meeting each other again. And so winner takes all. And that was what we were all anticipating, was there to be some more feistiness, more, you know, getting after it.
No spitfire.
Exactly. And I felt like last night, kind of like you were saying, it was one of those situations where it's like, okay, you guys won and we're out. So you want to promote good sportsmanship. We understand that. There are a lot of families that watch, and so
2 days earlier, they're in each other's face, and then it's like, oh, I love you, bro. It's like, okay, well, there you go.
We'll see. Exactly. We'll see what happens this upcoming draft and off season for the NBA, as the Cavs may blow up the roster, as I said, and there might be some cuts. As far as the Warriors go, do you think they will try to retain most of their team?
I think, here's my 2 thoughts. I think if the Warriors keep their main 6, which is Iguodala and Sean Livingston, in addition to Clay, Steph, Dre, and KD, you keep those 6, you can put anybody around them. Honestly, and they've got good guys around them, but you can mix and match. I'd love to see JaVale McGee stay. I'd love to see West?
David West.
You know, Jaja can go. You know, they're Little McCaw, some of those guys. But if they keep their base 6, they're going to be hard to stop.
I agree.
Now, as far as the Cavs, they need to keep Kyrie and LeBron. Everybody else needs to go. Bye-bye JR, bye-bye Tristan, bye-bye Kevin Love. And you know I love me some Kyle Korver. Bye-bye. Like everybody else has got to go. There's just, they got to blow that thing up.
They do. They need to start 100%. Fresh, and they need to get back on track as far as good leadership. I'd love to see LeBron do a kind of a retreat thing with this team. It's like, look, hey, we're going to move forward, go in a new direction, and see what happens from there.
Well, LeBron only sat down for 1 minute and 47 seconds last night.
And
1 minute and 47 seconds?
I mean, honestly, as far as the MVP goes, I'm cool with Kevin Durant getting it. We will find out who the league and overall league MVP is coming up here, which I do believe it'll be Russell.
I think it'll be Russell.
And hats off to LeBron James. He brought his A game. He did what he was supposed to do. It didn't work out for him in the end, but he still played his heart out, and so it was good to see that.
Let me say this. My final point about it as we put this season to bed. We're hard on LeBron, not because of his talent, but because of his antics. Yesterday, he showed how a real winner goes out when they don't get the W. He was classy. He gave a great post-thing interview. He didn't throw anybody under the bus. He wasn't there patting himself. He said, I did everything I could, but this was a better team. I like that LeBron.
Me too.
Let's have all of that all the time.
Behind that, and in that case, we'll see what happens next year.
Let's see
I
what-
personally would rather see LeBron go to another team.
Me
to be
too.
quite honest.
Go to the Celtics.
Go do something else. I don't even care where you go. Just get up out of Cleveland. Anyways, we want to say that we're excited for the finals.
Yes.
It's over.
We were right.
We were right. Yes.
The Dubs are 2-1 on them,
exactly.
Cavs.
We got what we wanted, so we're good for that.
We a high five on that.
High five, yeah.
Bam.
So we got Royals baseball with this rest of the summer.
We got U.S. Open coming
the
up.
U.S. Open. We got much more to bring you, and so we want to say continue to follow us on all of our social media.